Hi and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this template here of getting the working days or the network days. So on the left side are the inputs that we have, the holidays, the rest days, and the start and end date. And then we're going to load all of this, do some processing in the Power Query, and then later on put it here in the working days space here. And then when we have the answers from the Power Query, we're going to compare it with the Networkdays International formula in Excel. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So let's first load our three tables. Let me start with the holidays data. So select all the holidays data here and then go to Data tab from table range. Okay. Now here, let me change the date column into a date alone. So in the formula bar, you can see a type here and then date time. So just remove the time and retain the date and then enter. And that's it. Now rename it as the holidays. And then go to the home tab, close and load to, and then only create connection. Okay. Now we're going to do the same with the rest days. Select the rest days, go to Data tab, from table range, check my table has headers, okay. So no need to edit it, just rename it into rest days. And then go to the home tab again, close and load to, only create connection, okay. Now we're going to load our final table, the start and end date. Select that, go to Data tab, from table slash range, okay. Now change the date type again, the start and end, into a date type in the formula bar. So remove the time for the start date, remove the time on the end date, and then enter. That's it. Now in here, we're gonna create a list of dates from start date to end date. And to do that, we're gonna use add column for that. So add column, and then custom column, and then let's call it as the dates. And then here, we're going to use the let function, and I'm going to declare the first variable. I'm going to call it list of dates number. And then that will be equal, write the equal sign, and then create a list, use a curly bracket, and that will be the start date, choose that, dot dot end date. And then close the curly bracket, and that's it. Now we need to transform it into a number to make a list. So use number that from on the start date and also number that from on the end date. And that's it. Now we're going to use the in, write the in, and of course we're going to use the only variable list of dates number, and then OK. Let me check it. Here is the list. That is a list of serial number of the dates that we have. Now we're going to transform it back into a date format similar to the start and end date. So go back again to the added custom and then write another variable here. Let's call it list of dates. And here that will be equal to the, let's use list that transform. Then we're going to transform all of it into a date. So we're going to transform the table list of dates number and then comma. We're going to transform each of the items and then from what? Into a date format. So we use date that from, and then what we're going to transform, that will be all the current row, which is the underscore, and then close the date that from, close the list that transform, and then display it into the list of dates, the second variable. So remove the number, and then I forgot the comma on the first variable, so put that and then OK. So let's check it again. So that will be in a date format. That's what we need. Now I'm gonna click the double arrow in the date dates column, expand to new rows. And that's it. Now I'm going to select the start date and end date. Go to it, right click and remove columns. That's it. Now I'm gonna merge this table into the holidays table. So to do that, let's first rename it into all dates. And then I'm gonna go to the queries pane, new query, combine, merge the queries as new. And then this is the sequence. First, we're gonna select all dates table, and then choose the dates under that. And then on the second one is the holidays, and of course choose the date column. And then in the join kind, we will use the left anti because we wanted to exclude all the matches. So in here 5 of 121 are excluded. So let's see here, new year is January 1, so that will be removed on our list when you click OK. So let's click OK. And that's it. Our table here started with January 2. Now let's remove the holidays column. So select that, right click, and remove. And that's it. Now, while selecting the dates column, I'm going to add column here. And then under that is a date. And in the date, I'm going to choose the day and then name of day. That's it. Now we're gonna match it again with the rest days. So in the home tab, I'm gonna use merge queries, and then here, of course, we're gonna choose the day name, and then select the rest days table, and then choose the data under that. And then in the join kind, left anti again, and we excludes all the Saturday and Sunday. So in our example, January 2 and 3 are Saturday and Sunday. So again, that will be excluded on the first table, so in the dates column. So when we click OK, that will be removed again, all the Saturdays and Sundays. So click OK, and that's it. We started here with a Monday or January 4. So let's remove the day name, select that, and then also the rest days, right click, remove columns. That's it. That's what we need here. Now we're going to count the working days. So to do that, I'm going to go to the view tab and use the advanced editor. In here, these are all the steps that we've taken, all the edits that we've made. So I'm going to add comma here so that I can add another variable. I will call it working days, and that will be equal to, I will just count the table or row count, table, that the row count. So counting the rows in a table. And then I will count, of course, I will apply the last step, which is the remove columns one. So copy that, Control C, and then Control V, paste it here in the table, that row count. And then, because this is a date format, we're going to transform it into a number again to calculate the days. So use the number that from, wrap this formula here, close it, and then instead of the remove columns one, of course, we're going to use the working days variable. And then click done. And that's it. That's the total working days now. I'm going to rename it as the working days. That's it. Now I'm going to choose the all dates table again, right click and duplicate. That's it. Now in here, I will just go back to the original form, remove the remove columns in the applied steps, remove the expanded dates, remove the added costume. So here, that's the first thing that we have, right? So I'm gonna add column for that, custom column, and then let's call it the working days. And then in here, basically call the list, which is named as the working days, curly bracket, and then working days, close curly bracket, OK. That's it. Now expand that again, click the double arrow, expand to new rows. That's it. And rename it. Let's call it just the summary. And that's it. We're finished. Go to the home tab, close and load to only create connection. OK. And then on the left side, on the right side, sorry, click the summary, load to, and then in the table, existing worksheet, put it here in our template. Okay, that's it. We're done. Now let's check it. If we have this start date here and use the Networkdays International, this second formula here, it needs a start date, comma, an end date, comma, a weekend, Saturday, Sunday, which is 1. Same with our rest days. And comma, we have list of holidays, close it, enter. That's it. That's the same, 82. Now, if we change it into like April 4, we have 63 on the formula. And then when we go to the data tab, refresh all, that's also the same in the Power Query. Now, here is the difference. If we have a rest day of like 3 days in a week, so let's say we have Monday as the rest day, so put it here in our template. So you can see the Network Days International doesn't account for it because the choices for the weekend is like 2 weekend or 2 days off or just 1 day off. There's no way there is a 3 days off. But in here in our Power Query template, when we refresh our data, okay, that's it. It accounts for the Monday as the rest day. It now has working days of 50. And that's the difference here. And actually, that's it. I'm finished. I'm done. If you like this video, you can subscribe in my channel. Click the subscribe button and see you next time. And thanks.